Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Cutting straight to the point, hello everybody, we are back and we are sitting down for episode 2 of this mini makeover series. If you have not yet checked out episode 1, which is last week's video of this mini makeover series, make sure to click up here or up here, I'm not sure what side it's on, where we got my makeup done at Sephora. It was so much fun. For today's video, we're going to be going to MAC to get the same full glam makeover. I made my appointment and we're going to be heading out in a few minutes, but before we do that, I definitely want to make a few quick disclaimers because some people majorly missed the point of last week's video and this entire series. While a lot of you guys definitely loved the first makeover video, there was a lot of people that misinterpreted the point of the video. First of all, I can't even reiterate how many times I said it throughout the video, but apparently y'all's ears were closed. The artist in the video at Sephora did such an amazing job. I'm gonna leave the artist's Instagram right here. Her name is Crystal Marine. Go like her last post and go comment saying Sister James sent you and show her the love because she did such an amazing job, and I don't know why so many people were thinking that the point of the video was for me to shit on her, because it was not. During prom season, ball season, event season, and wedding season, so many people go to these various different stores and get their makeup done in order to feel beautiful and confident on their special day. At the end of each makeover, we're gonna come right back here and I'm gonna show you guys the finished look, and then we're gonna talk about it. Every different makeup store trains their artists in different ways, and every artist has different styles and techniques that they do makeup in, which is why I think that this series is such a cool and fun idea, to be able to showcase different artists, different styles, and different techniques, and then how they may differ from my very own that you guys get to see all the time. Obviously, I'm not gonna like everything that they do on me, and if I was to do the makeup on them, I'm sure they would not like everything that I was gonna do on them either, and that is totally okay. I'm not gonna sit here and drag any artist because the whole point of getting your makeup done is to have a different style than your own, which is the whole fun behind it, but I will talk about things that I would have done differently or preferred, so therefore you guys who are watching me for makeup tips can get a rough idea of what your makeup or experience may be like if you want to get your glam done at one of these places, so you can make a more educated decision next time you have a special event to go to. And finally, before we get this video started, the last thing I want to address is the comment about me being treated like a normal customer at Sephora. I want to be able to give you guys an accurate representation of what a normal makeover at one of these stores may look like, but that can sometimes be really hard when the employees know who you are. There have definitely been times in the past where I've walked into various different makeup stores and have been greeted with special treatment. I've seen a lot of different products before they actually hit the shelves. I've gotten products that were supposed to be out of stock, and I've also gotten different things for free because of my name. I do want to apologize if I came off as entitled or conceited in the last video. I definitely missed the mark on what I wanted to say, so I'm very sorry for that. I do not think of myself as any higher than any other artist. I am just a normal 18-year-old kid with a few blending brushes like my Instagram bio says, but I did want to address that because it has happened in the past. It's just the reality of the situation. It's really not that deep. All that being said though, there is no denying that I have worked my ass off to become a name in this industry. If you hate me, if you hate my videos, if you hate the way I do my makeup, if you hate the way I talk, that's totally fine. But word of advice, stop watching my videos, stop commenting, and stop talking about me because you're the ones keeping me relevant on that trending page. All right, that is everything I have to say. I hope that cleared everything up, and without further ado, let's head over to MAC and get our damn makeup done. Alright guys, so we are back home from our MAC makeover. My appointment was at 4 o'clock today and we just got home. It is currently 6:01 actually, and with about 15 minutes of travel time there and back, it was probably about an hour and a half appointment total, so definitely not bad for a full glam makeover. My artist today was named Helen, and you can find her on Instagram at IHeartHelen. Definitely go show her all the love from you sisters. Tell her Sister James sent you. She was so sweet and so nice, and just like the last video, my artist did not know who I was. At one point she asked me if I was a YouTuber, and I was like, yes girl, but I only have a small channel, which may have been a little bit of a lie because all you sisters out there know how big we have become. We are so close to 2 million subscribers, so definitely click that subscribe button if you have not already. But she was so sweet and so nice. Without further ado, let's pull in this mirror and look at this makeup super close up. So before we actually went in and started on the glam makeup today, I showed my artist a picture of the makeup look that I wanted, being the same exact one from the last video of Jaclyn Hill. It is right here just in case you need a little bit of a reminder, but I'm gonna be asking for the same look from all the different places that I go. I know a lot of you guys in the last video were definitely commenting that it was kind of stupid for me to just tell the artist to do whatever they want, because as the client, you are definitely supposed to ask for what you want in order for the artist to give it to you, which I agree with. So once I showed her the photo, I clarified that I wanted full coverage foundation, a lot of glow, not too much bronzer, and a more snatched nose, and she said okay to all those things, which I thought was really great to give her a little bit more direction based on my personal preferences, so therefore the end result won't be judged on personal preference things, because a lot of people were really mad about that in the last video. Don't worry, I got you. So the first thing that she did was start off with priming my face, and she actually used a MAC BB cream, which is something that I've never seen done before. She said it was a light and sticky base to make the skin more natural and even all throughout for the foundation process later on. She next went into my brows using the MAC brow pencil, and I honestly really like how the brows turned out. I feel like she added a really nice arch to them. She definitely did not make them too thick, and I definitely love that she defined the tail and pulled it out as well. As many of you guys know, I've recently been trying to make my tails more out as opposed to more down, which allows for a lot more eyeshadow shape. These brows are definitely a huge win in my book. Next was the eyes, and she first started off by priming them using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which is a paint pot that like literally every beauty guru in the entire world uses, except for me for some reason. I have no vendetta against it, I just have never actually gotten around to buying one, but she used it today and I think it worked beautifully as an eyeshadow base. I really do plan on trying it out eventually, I swear to God. And then for the eyeshadows today, she used the MAC Single Shadows in the shades Soft and Gentle, Brown Script, I'm Into It, Swiss Chocolate, Sweet Heat, and Nylon, and this eye look is really good. Looking at the eyeshadow close-up, I am so shook. This honestly looks really good. As you guys can see, there was a really smooth and even transition between, of course, the brow bone highlight, the transition shade, the deeper shade in the crease, the darker shade in the outer corner, and then even there's a smooth transition between the metallic shade on the lid, which is so well done. She even went ahead and added a black wing liner to this look. I'm actually not even sure if Jaclyn has a wing on in the original photo. You really can't tell based on the angle that her face and eye is at, but she went ahead and added it anyway, and this liner is so good too. She used a gel liner, which I was really spooked about when she pulled it out, because doing a really even and tiny precise winged liner with a gel is not the easiest thing in the world, but she absolutely slayed it. This liner is ready to cut a bitch, that is for sure. On the lower waterline, she lined it using a black eye coat and then blended it out using the Brown Script eyeshadow, I believe. I don't think, once again, in the photo of Jaclyn, she has black in her waterline, but it definitely is a very smoky look, and I really love how this turned out as well. I actually think I prefer this over the light waterline. I haven't done black in the waterline for a smoky look in the longest time ever, but honestly, I really miss this because it makes my eyes, well, my contacts pop so much. When it came to the lashes, once again, I did ask for falsies, and I didn't catch the name of these ones, unfortunately, but they were MAC branded, and I was really spooked because they were like the original size, and I was like, girl, my eyes are very tiny. I usually cut a lot off the lashes, and she measured them and she's like, oh, you're fine. And I was like, whoa, okay. But she actually glued on the full band, and she glued them on so well. I don't know what she did, I don't know what she used, but I need her to glue on my lashes every day because they look so good. I literally cannot feel them either, and I have no idea like how this is even going on in my eyes right now, but I'm not even gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna appreciate the fact that somebody was able to glue a full eyelash onto my eyelid, and it feels amazing. After the eyes came the base makeup, and like I told you guys, I definitely did ask for a full coverage foundation. So she got in with the Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, which is definitely full coverage if you are familiar with MAC products. And she mixed together the shades NW13 and C4, and I think that this is one of the best foundation matches I have ever had in my entire life. She then went ahead and used the lightest shade in the MAC Pro Conceal palette to highlight under my eyes and in the center of the forehead, and she actually blended out this entire look using one of those triangular throw out beauty sponges, which I was so surprised and impressed by. Obviously at places like Sephora or Ulta, you're gonna have beauty blenders, but obviously MAC does not have those, so I was so impressed that she somehow managed to get such an even and good blend using those tiny ass drugstore sponges. So once the foundation and concealer were all on and blended out, she went ahead and set my face using the MAC Prep and Prime powder, which I will say is not my favorite. Looking closely in the mirror, it definitely is starting to wear down a little bit under my eyes. As you can see, there's some creases up in this region and then also around the mouth, and if I touch my face, it is a little bit tacky. This is totally personal preference, but I do wish she would have applied a little bit more powder to my face to really lock it in place and make sure it stayed all night long, because if I was wearing this out, I feel like I definitely would start to sweat the makeup off a little bit. Next, it was time to contour my face, and when she was doing it, I couldn't help but wonder what she was using because I had never seen it before. It was their blotting powder in the darkest shade. When I asked, she told me it was because it was a cool tone shade, which really obviously helps to sculpt the face, but it doesn't really have that much coverage, so it allows for a really light and blended out contour that looks almost natural. And girl, when she told me that, I was so shook because that is such a good idea, and as you can see, this contour looks amazing. She then used that same dark blotting powder to contour my nose, which I was so excited about. Obviously in the last video, my nose looked a little bit big because I did not ask for it to be contoured, but when I asked this time, she was very, very happy to give me a snatched nose. Looking at it in the mirror, I do wish she would have pulled the lines a little bit closer together to make a more snatched appearance, but that's totally personal preference. And when she was highlighting, she did use a tiny pencil brush like I always do to draw a very, very thin line. I know the highlighter looks a little bit bigger now, but that's sweat and oil, not highlighter. I promise it looked really good at the time. Once the contour was all on and nice and slayed, she went in with blush, and for today's look, she used the MAC blush in the shade Peaches, and I was literally so excited to see her pull it out. I did not ask for it, I did not request it, but as many of you guys know, that is literally my favorite blush and the only blush that I ever wear in my looks. It is such a beautiful warm tone peachy orange shade that I absolutely love, and she was so shook, and she told me that it was one of her favorites as well, and I thought it paired perfectly with this look. So next came the glow, and she used the MAC highlighter in the shade Soft and Gentle, which made my heart so warm because that's actually the first highlighter that I ever used on myself. I used to use that same highlighter every single damn day for every look that I ever did because I could not afford to buy another one. So it has a very, very special place in my heart, and it is still to this day one of my all-time favorite highlighter shades. Looking at my face in the mirror, I will say that she definitely stuck by the name of the highlighter being Soft and Gentle. It definitely is a subtle, like, glowing from within type of look, and based on the picture with Jacqueline, you can definitely see that her highlight is blinding, and you guys know I love a blinding highlight as well. So I will say that I wish she applied a little bit more highlighter. Last but certainly not least, she went in and did my lips today using the MAC Burgundy lip liner and then filled them in using the Carnivorous liquid lipstick. Looking at my entire face, I think that the lips are probably my least favorite part of this look today. I do like the color that she chose. I feel as though it is a pretty close match to the original picture that Jacqueline wore, but I'm not the biggest fan of the shape. Before she went in and started my lips, I did tell her that I do like my top lip a little bit overlined. It is one of my favorite things to do with my makeup techniques, especially because I feel like my lips are a little bit uneven, so overlining them allows me to get a really, really even and perfect lip shape. But when she applied it, I feel like she actually underlined my lips a little bit. You can almost see a tiny little border surrounding almost the entire lips of where there is lips, but no actual makeup product, which is definitely not my favorite thing in the entire world. This is the finished look, and I honestly love how it turned out. I am so shook in a good way. That's for sure. Going into MAC today, all the employees were so nice, and my artist, like I said, Helen, was so kind, so sweet, very, very comforting, and also really, really talented, as you guys can see. She told me that she's been working at MAC for the last 10 years, which I was so impressed by, and as you can see, her skill level and experience definitely reflects back in the makeup. Thinking about my full experience today at MAC and looking at my makeup in the mirror, I would rate today's makeover a 9 out of 10. The only two things that really docked points today, like I said, would be the setting powder. I do wish she applied a little bit more, especially like around my smile lines and under my eyes, because I am definitely getting a few creases in there, and I do feel a little bit oily. And also the lips, I do wish she would have lined them a little bit more to overline them, or at least even follow my natural lip line. I feel as though they are a little bit underlined, which isn't the most flattering for my face, but neither one of these two things are deal breakers, and this makeover was so successful in my eyes at least. Alright guys, and that is all I have for this video today. Definitely leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think of this makeover. Do you love it? Do you hate it? In my opinion, I think Sister Helen absolutely killed it. She did such a good job, and I love so many elements of this makeup look. Definitely go check out her Instagram and go show her some love. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up down below and subscribe if you have not already. Join the sisterhood and click that little bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to follow me on my makeup journey, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They're both just James Charles. And my Snapchat for more behind the scenes type stuff is James Charles with an extra S after Charles. This week's sister shout out goes to Sister Kimora. Thank you so much, babe, for always following and supporting. I love you so much. And if you would like to be at next week's sister shout out, make sure to always retweet and share my video links when they go live. Alright guys, that is all I have for this video today. Don't forget to check out part 1 if you have not yet seen it, where I get my makeup done at Sephora. It was so much fun to do. It'll be linked in the description down below. These videos are so much fun to film and get to see different perspectives on how different artists do my own makeup. And don't forget to stay tuned for my next video where I get my makeup done at Ulta as well. And then we're going to talk about all the makeup looks. I'm going to do the makeup look on myself, and I'll tell you guys which out of the 3 that I recommend the most. Love you sisters so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!